I'm gonna be so for real with you. The only person that cares about your emotions the most is yourself. I think people undervalue the idea of letting emotion out. I think it's fine to let emotion out. You know, don't act on it, meaning like don't do something impulsive, don't hurt someone, or don't do something that is against your goals, but like letting your emotion out, whether that be to someone that you trust that's close or just to yourself, but actually speaking it externally, in my opinion, like that helps the most with kind of being able to process emotions and let them go, because you really need to take a deep dive into why things are making you feel the way they are, or why you're feeling the way that you are, and you need to be able to speak out loud to be able to kind of understand it, process that. And I think people undervalue that, and most people don't do it enough. Most people try to hide behind fronts, they hide behind fake emotions, or they find something that will give them an emotion for a moment and kind of make them forget about what, you know, was making them feel that way in the first place. I don't think that's the way to go about it. I mean, don't let emotions dictate how much progress you make. Still, you know, make that progress regardless, but also make sure you take time to be able to process those emotions, or those emotions will stick with you and they will affect you in a subconscious way. So it's important to let things go, and it's important to actually process them before you do so, because letting something go before it's processed is the same thing as just like minimizing a tab on your computer. Like it's not gonna get rid of it. It's still gonna be there and still gonna be using your computer memory. It's still gonna be affecting the way that your computer runs, right? Yep, that was a little car talk of the day. Bring you guys in for back day, and we'll get that done.
That's a grease stain. His mama gave me the head though. Shoot the rest, spooping at the block. J with E with block with with J with E with block with. Psycho always smoking Doja. 7-1 soldier. Always in the cockpit. My hood up on my Cobra. Chopper said you born in fucking raised. I thought I told ya. Offer shorty coke, but she thought I'm a cola.
Pull up on your block, looking like I got the weapon on my dogs in fucking heaven, like I'm Jesus in the seventh. I know boys got a problem, mama, and their whole bloodline. Make sure that his last is there, your last name, yeah, he done. I'm about to pull up on this little hoe and make a tongue tie. Now she crying, telling me all about how her son died.
That's the grease stain. His mama gave me the head though. Ruthless motherfucker, Blanco always make your head roll.
Tombstone blank, tombstone tank. Now this bitch asking me for a newborn baby. Mix it up with titty milk, ain't no newborns breaking. Got another bitch pregnant and now the 2 hoes dating.
That's the grease stain. His mama gave me the head though.
Shoot the rest, spooping at the block. J with E with block with J with E with block.
You know that bitch be young, always stand up, smoking to the last puff, sipping with the handgun. 12, I had the man up, great propaganda, Sicky the commander, unleashing that terror, make your
Jesus Christ. Bro, I just checked the friggin' iPhone footage, and god damn, bro. It looks like almost as good as my camera. Just like many others, I am one to make excuses, right? I used to make the excuse like, oh, I need a really good camera to record, or I need a really good microphone to record, or blah, 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 blah. I need a MacBook to be able to edit my shit good and not feel like, you know, it's running like a fucking turtle, and blah, 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 blah. Those are just excuses, bro. Because, like, I got all that shit, and that shit just fucking sat around, bro. It sat around because I did not build the habit of getting this shit done before I got this shit. That makes sense? Like, this iPhone right now, like, I've had this for, like, nearly 2 years. And look at the quality of this. And I was still thinking I needed a camera and needed, like, a better thing to record myself with. Isn't that, like, the biggest bullshit you've ever heard? Like, this isn't fucking good enough. Like, people 10 years ago had, like, the shittiest fucking cameras. And they were still putting shit out. Like, there's no fucking excuse. It's, like, some heavy bullshit that I was throwing out there. Just excuses after excuses, man. Same thing with like environment. I was like, oh, well, you know, I don't have the right environment to record. All the gyms around me, like, they don't like recording, and people are super judgmental here. Like, it's not like this influencer haven where people are like, oh yeah, that's cool. Like, most people are very judgmental about that stuff in these gyms, and most gyms actually will fucking cut you right down for it, and they'll basically tell you to stop, which sucks. Luckily enough, one of the workers that's like most often at the gym that I go to, like, he's pretty chill about it, and he kind of just walks by and minds his own business. Like, I appreciate those kind of people, you know, the sticklers for the rules. Like, I understand, but like, I am very respectful with like where I put my camera and stuff. Like, I'll put it, like, I'll go in the corner, you know. Those are just excuses though. You find ways, you know, you record as much as you can before they stop you, or you just be respectful and you record as much as you can. You just do the most that you can. That's all you can do, and you do it with what you got. Because the more you start putting excuses and start saying like, I need this, or I need this to do this, I need this, like, you are discounting the fact that you can just do it without any of those things. Build yourself up. Learn how to get better at using what you have. So many people want to get to where they want to be, but they don't want to put the work in. And like, it's not even that it's their fault, it's the habits, right? I go to the gym every day. That shit's a habit. I'm fine with it. It doesn't bother me at all. I'm making progress within my body, but I haven't built up the habit of doing YouTube videos. So guess what? That's not a habit for me. So it's really difficult because I have to find spurts of motivation because I don't have that discipline yet. People got to stop making excuses and build discipline, period. Because that's the only thing that'll actually make you continue to progress forward regardless of your circumstances in which you're in. Because your circumstances are always going to change. You're always going to have better days, months, years. And you're always going to have worse days, months, years. Like, it's all about staying consistent throughout it all, you know, and proving to yourself that you are still able to make progress throughout it all. Like, that's the most important thing. People have such high self-doubt, and I think it's very common nowadays because of like social media, especially. Like, obviously this is social media, but people are putting out their best selves, and people are thinking they're not enough, they're not good enough, they don't look good enough to be able to succeed, they're not funny enough to be able to succeed, they're not educational, they don't know enough to be able to succeed, because like, they see a bunch of people online that might actually be at a higher place than them. But like, A, you're never going to get to that fucking place if you don't start trying to get there. And B, like, these people are like among the 1%. Like, a lot of people you see on social media, the reason why they're so big is like, they're in that upper echelon. They're like, there's some people you see online, like physiques, they're like in the top 0.5%. And you don't realize that you're in the top 2%. You know what I mean? Like, because you're so used to seeing the 0.5%, you don't ever see the 95.5% of other people. Like, you get so accustomed to comparing yourself to that, which is like unreasonable, because not only do these people may have better genetics than you, but they also probably have more time under their belt. They have more good time under their belt where they properly train, blah, 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 blah. Some people are on, you know, enhancers, I'll call them. That's what we compare ourselves to, and that's what social media has done. But it's important to take a step away, and I think, honestly, kind of consume the people that motivate you. Don't consume the things that are demotivating. Like, if there's a few YouTubers that you really like, then spend your time watching them, spend your time getting inspired, learning from them, and, you know, all that. But try to spend less time on the junk, the, you know, physiques that you look at and they make you feel bad about yourself, or the arrogant people that you hate that are succeeding on social media. Like, don't pay no mind to them. You understand what I mean? So it's important to kind of cut out the crap. I think social media is beneficial, you know, watching YouTubers, especially long form content, to be able to inspire you and learn from them. But like, when it comes to all the strolling bullshit and basically just, you know, being in a room but not being there, I think that's all just bullshit, right? And I think that's probably why a lot of people aren't feeling great nowadays, and why a lot of people doubt themselves more than ever, you know? Strive for your goals, cut out the noise, stop listening to the people directly in your life telling you that you can't do it, and stop comparing yourself to the people that have done it. Because, you know, unless you're gonna say like, you know what, I really love where this person's at and I want to strive to be like them, and that's my goal, is to strive to, you know, try to build myself to a point like to where they built themselves to. That's a positive way to look at it. But like, as soon as you're comparing and you're like, oh, why are they more popular than me? Like, it's not fair. Like, why do they get to do that? Why do they have all this? How is that fair to me? Like, I'm never going to be able to do it. Like, look at them, they've got so much more blah 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 than me. And it's like, it doesn't bring you anywhere. To make excuses brings you nowhere. It does not bring you forward at all. If anything, it stops you from moving forward. You can make all the excuses in the world. You can be right about your situation. You can be right that you're never going to get anywhere. But then what? You can make excuses and be right about your failures, or you can reject your failures, learn from them, and continue to try. You choose to strive for what you want and fail, or don't strive at all and fail anyways. It doesn't seem like a hard choice to me. Anyways, that's my little post-workout shebang, little conversation in the car. That's it for the video. I kind of want to keep these short, just get into the habit of making YouTube videos. And if I can pump one out like this that's like super quick, and that sounded, pause, that sounded fucking wrong. If I can get one done and get it out like this, and it's like more raw, and you know, I feel more like it's bringing something to the table, you know, that's what I want to strive for. So we're going to try our best to kind of start doing this more often. We'll do more sit down stuff, and obviously have a little bit of workout in there. And yeah, anyways, that's it for the video. I'll see you guys next time. See ya.